Hello again. Now, over 11 million South Africans actively participate in stokvels. This is a sector that's evolving and growing and is especially relevant in the trying economic times we find ourselves in. Now, towards the end of May, industry leaders and stakeholders will gather for the Stokvel Leaders Conference 2.0 in Johannesburg. The aim to transform and open up the sector even further. Attendees can look forward to inspiring speakers and masterclasses. Well, let's get more details now with Patrick Palmi, the founder of the Just Pump Group, which is hosting this event. Patrick, good afternoon. Welcome to today.
Thank you so much, Radan.
Thank you for coming into our studio. You must be very busy ahead of this conference, the Stokvel Leaders Conference 2.0.
Correct.
Are you only focusing on the leaders of the sector?
Yeah, we strongly believe that there has been a lot of growth in the sector. Matter of fact, stats are coming out that it's a 42 billion rand industry just after the taxi industry. So what we want to do is really help the leaders understand how to actually take it to the next level. So the whole conference is about educating the leaders first, and then later on in the year we'll have all the members as well.
Okay, 2.0, there must have been 1.0 before.
Definitely.
Was that pre-COVID?
Yeah, it was pre-COVID. Obviously, COVID has messed up a lot of events and it has affected a whole lot of industries. But we're good. We're back again. This time around with a bigger audience, with a lot more companies that are getting involved. In the very first version, it was a small audience of people. Now it's actually getting a larger audience of people.
Okay, it's happening from the 22nd of this month.
Exactly.
Whereabouts is it taking place?
Melrose.
Okay, well, is there a theme? You know, conferences sometimes have a major theme. Do you have one, or you've got different parts, or it's a portfolio of activity?
The biggest theme is Township Economy 2.0. We're talking about transformation. We're talking about evolution of this whole industry, right? So traditionally, this industry has been only massively around the grocery stokvels. Now we talk about investment as well. There's a lot of people that are looking for growth, and this is actually the evolution of 2.0, where a lot more people are looking to grow into the industry.
Yeah, I grew up in a household where my parents belonged to a stokvel many years ago in Soweto, and it was all about groceries at the end of the day, or buying one or two, some of those furniture items that you might need, and it actually helped, you know.
Yeah.
And my mom belonged to one. But you're talking about investment.
Correct.
When you say investment, are you going to be promoting financial inclusion?
Correct. So the whole point here is stats have come out that 42% of the audience are actually young people. So it's actually shocking, because traditionally, and the way it's portrayed in the media, when you say stokvel, a lot of young people kind of get disconnected. They prefer to call it
But I mean, historically, it was the old guys, like my mother. My mother used to be part of a stokvel, but you can understand.
Exactly.
But you say that 42% are young people.
Exactly. 42% are young people. So that means that these young people are not there for groceries. They're actually there looking for growth. And growth comes from, you know, people that are looking to do property stokvels, people actually getting into crypto, people are getting into a lot of livestock wealth. There's a lot of creativity that is coming out.
Are you saying there's new technology opportunity with stokvels?
God, it is massive. It is growing massively, and a lot of fintech companies are developing new platforms, which is becoming like social media. You join, sign a digital constitution, and you join the group, and it is actually safe. So a lot of people that are coming now, it's about how do we take it to the next level, and it is no more just about groceries.
Is the practice of stokvel still very much limited to townships? You've mentioned Township Economy 2.0.
Correct.
Or are you finding it beyond the townships? Those young people are spread around.
Beyond, because what we've picked up is now younger people are a lot more educated than before. They've gone to university, they've studied, and they've gone to the bigger schools. Now they're thinking for themselves. We still are contributing to stokvel, but what is next? So that is actually the biggest question we're hearing from every participant about what they're expecting from this conference.
So who are these people that they're going to be hearing? Who's going to be talking to them about, as you've said, investments, giving them some insights about those things?
Financial services, a lot of financial services coming, a lot of franchise owners that are coming, a lot of crypto people are coming. What we want to really do through this event, which cuts across Africa, by the way. So the whole thing is, how do we educate young people to know better how to invest better their money through the right vehicle, like financial services? So banks are coming, insurance and crypto, but also property stokvels and franchises as well.
Yeah, investments, the other side of the coin is savings.
Correct.
South Africa, we are not good savers of money.
Strange enough, when times are tight, folks save better together. because with the little penny you have, you're actually better teaming up with other people to save in a bigger chunk of money. And that's exactly what is happening in the economy today as well.
While there are new technology opportunities in Stokvels today, there will be challenges, I guess.
Correct, definitely.
What kind of challenges is this industry or this sector facing?
The biggest challenge is the digital constitution, a brand new concept where folks are sitting together and saying to themselves, how do we regulate this together without any other further parties? So they actually are agreeing to join a new Stokvel they don't even know about. So they don't know who the creator is. It sits in Eastern Cape and they're here in Joburg. They get into a platform, they discover the opportunity, they look at the constitution and say, can we join this platform or not? So the biggest debate is actually going to be about how do you create a framework that builds trust amongst the people that don't even know each other.
Yeah, and trust nowadays is very important.
It is
because
important.
We are dealing with issues of ethical leadership.
Correct.
Or lack thereof across the board, not just in politics. Now, if you're going to have industry experts, you're going to have leaders, you're going to have entrepreneurs who are coming in there, are you looking at, besides being young people, are you looking at the gender parity as well? I need to bring this in because when I grew up, as I said, most of the Stokvels in Soweto were run by women.
Definitely. Actually, matter of fact, when we even look at the registration, it's a lot more females that are actually joining.
Brilliant.
It is very brilliant. And it's historically, I think they save better. And they actually know better way to put their money as well. So definitely, there's a lot more female that are coming. We obviously want more males because obviously we want to kind of have a balance of both, but female are much more coming through.
Yeah, and there'll be networking opportunities.
Definitely, master classes. We want them to learn more from all these corporate that are also coming, franchise owners and property developers, everyone who actually has an investment opportunity to actually present to the group.
Are there opportunities, sponsorship opportunities, to engage with this targeted audience? Because you're going to have a captive audience. I don't know how many people. You mentioned this big figure of 49 billion rands worth.
Correct.
Of, I mean, the taxi industry is 49 billion.
Correct.
And then the Stokvel is 42 billion.
Correct.
As you said earlier. So are there opportunities for people to engage in terms of sponsorship opportunities?
We are definitely open to very much a lot of sponsors. We've seen great response from the financial services. Matter of fact, they're coming by storm because obviously they want people to save in their platforms. We've seen a lot of fintech company. We actually want more franchise owners, a lot more property developers, like people really want to expose as much opportunity out there as possible.
What gave you the idea and why are you bringing in the Africa? You said it's bigger than just South Africa.
Correct. So the whole idea is we've grown all in families where our parents have been doing it forever. The thing is, a lot more young people are more educated. So we believe the same, what we call Stokvel here, we call it Nsusu in other countries, we call them Likelemba in other countries. So you travel across Africa, it's the same.
There's different Stokvels.
They just call it differently.
Yeah.
And you go to Europe, they call it crowdfunding. And the question is, how do we make it more sexy and appealing to younger people to save together?
And sustain it. Because I guess sustainability is an issue. You don't want flesh in the pan.
Exactly. And that's exactly why you want a lot more trustworthy platform owners as well. So you see a lot of fintech companies that are creating platforms that are trustworthy enough that you can trust them to actually save through their platforms.
And you've got financial services coming on board because they want people to use their platforms.
Correct.
So if somebody wants to participate, they're listening to, they're thinking, okay, I want to be there. Maybe they're not part of a Stokvel yet.
Correct.
Maybe they've been thinking about it. Are they welcome? How do they get involved?
So it is open to the public. I mean, obviously, we want the leaders to come through, but it is open to the public because we want people to learn. At the end of the day, people are thinking about it. So they can go to stokvelsummit.africa and register there.
Can you repeat that?
stokvelsummit.africa.
Okay, well, that's great. Now, the other question I have before we conclude, Patrick, is there are young people who are coming on board. They are mostly female.
Correct.
The economies of Africa, including South Africa, are not doing very well.
Correct.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Okay? What are you hoping, or let me put it this way, what will success look like come the 23rd of May, which will be 2 days before Africa Day?
Yeah.
25th of May.
Correct.
And this is Africa Month.
Correct.
And the African Union is 21 years old this month, and we're all looking at it and wondering what it's achieved. And the OAU was founded 6 years ago in Addis Ababa.
Correct.
So what would success for you look like at the end of this, on the 23rd of May?
Success for me will look when we look at how people are teaming up, clubbing together to invest into development of Township 2.0. We want to expose ideas. We want to expose platform. We want to expose all these opportunities that are there that you can team up together to grow the township economy. Because we strongly believe that we all come from there and we owe something back to the township economy to grow it to the next level. A lot more educated, with a lot more knowledge that we can share together and knowing exactly how the financial services
With
work.
them embracing digital technology,
Correct.
cybersecurity becomes an issue.
Of
Are you
course.
going to open up a possibility for them to interact
Of course.
with cybersecurity experts to say, watch out for scams?
Exactly. So scams, obviously, you can never run away from these kind of activities. It is natural life. But the reality is we want to educate people, and there's some legal counseling as well coming as part of the master classes. It's all about really educating the masses, even with the people that are actually looking after the legal side of it.
Okay, there'll be no exhibition.
There is going to be exhibition.
There is an exhibition. Okay.
So we're giving small businesses an opportunity to exhibit their ideas. I mean, we've met incredible gentlemen that are doing amazing stuff.
And gentlewomen.
And gentlewomen as well that are doing incredible stuff in township. And we really want to give them a floor to showcase what they're capable of doing. And what we've seen as well is people are raising funds through these stokvels as well, which is another dynamic in the economy as well.
And it's going to happen at that wonderful place called Melrose Arch.
Correct.
From the 22nd to the 23rd of May.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe I'll see you there. Thank you very much, Patrick Palmi, for coming through.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best as you prepare the Stokvel Leaders Conference, SLC 2.0. Patrick Palmi, the founder of the Just Palm Group, which will be hosting the Stokvel Leaders Conference at the Melrose Arch from the 22nd to the 23rd of May, just 2 days before the 21st anniversary of African Union or Africa Day. More news shortly.